In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the driver salaries in 2019. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. We're going to see who earns the least and who earns the most. And I'm also going to be talking about the driver contracts as well for not only 2019, but also the future as well. You know, we're going to find out who is on that multi-year deal and a bit more secure, or who's on that one-year deal and perhaps a little bit under pressure of losing their seat. I hope you guys enjoy these sort of videos because I don't know why, but I really like, watching these sort of money videos and seeing the statistics behind how much they get paid, because I think it really tells a lot, and their contracts as well, about the longevity that they have in the team and how much trust the team put in them. So I always find these sort of videos interesting, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Now, don't forget, if you want to support the channel and everything like that, then don't forget to like the videos and subscribe as well. Let's try to get to 13,000 subscribers before the first race in Australia. That would be absolutely amazing. So smash that subscribe button, and also check out my social medias, which will be at the top. My personal Instagram, go check that out. I've received so many amazing messages over there from you guys, so thank you very much. And check out my Twitter as well. But anyway, let's jump into the video. Now, actually, guys, just a quick disclaimer before we jump into the list. All of the sources that I use for this video will be in the description below. I'll be actually talking about more than just 2019. For a couple of drivers, I'll be talking about 2018, 2017, and maybe even more. So, like I said, all of the sources will be in the box below, so check them out. One other thing that is also very important is that most of the figures, if you look at the sources, is actually in dollars. Now, I've actually converted it into pounds just to make it a little bit easier, because I know that most of my viewers are from Great Britain. But I'll also leave it as well in dollars, actually, in brackets, just to, please my viewers as well, because I know I've got quite a few from the USA as well, so shout out to you guys. But I have done it using the current inflation rate to make sure it's as accurate as possible. But anyway, enough for all of that. Let's finally get into the list. Now, in 20th place is Alexander Albon. He will be racing, of course, for Toro Rosso Honda, as it is in 2019. In 2018, he was in F2 and finished third in the championship. And in 2019, he will be earning £130,000 as the lowest paid driver on the grid. Of course, he's a rookie going to his first season, and he is on a one-year deal with Toro Rosso. Now, in 19th place is George Russell, the Formula 2 champion in 2018. Now, George is going to be making his race debut with the Williams team and will be earning £140,000 in 2019. He was signed on a multi-year deal, that's what Williams called it, and of course is definitely one for the future. He's not as hyped as the likes of Lando Norris, who I'll get to a little bit later, but he is definitely one to watch in my opinion. I probably actually rate him higher than Lando, so definitely watch George Russell. He could be a star of the future. Now, in 18th place from Italy is Antonio Giovinazzi. He's going to be earning £170,000, and he's going to race for the Sauber Alfa Romeo team. A great partnership, him being Italian and that sort of being an Italian team and having those Ferrari links. So very good for him. And yeah, he actually made his debut in 2017 with Sauber, but this will be his first full season debut where he was a proper driver, because he only came in as a substitute for Pascal Wehrlein. Now, I could not find any clear and solid information about his contract length, but I'm expecting it to be 1 year. Now, in 17th place is Lando Norris, driving for McLaren in 2019. Now, he is only 19 years old, but he's going to be earning £200,000 in 2019. So not too bad for a 19-year-old, 200 grand. That's a pretty decent lump of change for him. And yeah, one also very interesting statistic that I'll put into the video as well is that Lewis Hamilton in 2007, who made his debut for McLaren just like Lando will do in 2019, actually earned £340,000 with points bonuses that actually took him well beyond £1 million. Of course, Lewis actually went for the title in 2007, but didn't quite win it. He was 1 point away and tied for second place with his teammate Fernando Alonso. So he had definitely an impressive debut season. And actually, when I compared the inflation rate, Lewis Hamilton in 2019, if you compare, what Lando is earning, Lewis actually would have earned almost £500,000 in 2019. So McLaren definitely put a lot of faith in Lewis Hamilton, and they're putting just as much faith in Lando Norris, really. He is signed on a multi-year deal, and he's being dubbed by the British media as the next Lewis Hamilton, the next big thing. There's a lot of pressure on that, on that young man's shoulders, but I do think some of it needs to be taken off. I do expect big things from him because he is a quick racing driver, there's no doubt. He had a good season in F2 last year. He came second, obviously behind George Russell, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see what his career pans out to be, but I think he'll do just fine and he'll have a good debut season at McLaren. Now, in 16th place is Daniel Kvyat. He is, of course, the only Russian driver on the grid and will be driving for Toro Rosso. An incredible story. He's going to be earning £230,000, which is actually a decrease from 2017 when he last raced for the team, where he earned £570,000. But you just knock this guy down and he finds a way to come back into Formula 1. This guy, I just don't know how he's done it. But I'm a big fan of Kvyat, and I can't wait to see him in 2019. He's on a single-year deal with Toro Rosso and will definitely have to impress to keep his seat, because it almost feels like he it almost feels like he's sort of filling that seat and warming it up for Dan Tickton, really. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, like I said, in 16th place with £230,000 for 2019 is Daniel Kvyat. Now in 15th place, making a miraculous recovery and an incredible comeback to Formula One also is Robert Kubica, of course, coming back from his massive injury in 2011. Very, very big stories coming back for Williams. He's on a one-year deal and will earn £430,000 in 2019. And that is actually, and I look back actually in 2010 for Renault, he earned 6.5 million. So there you go, guys, just in case you wanted to know that. But yeah, very, very hotly anticipated driver, and we'll have to wait and see how it all turns out for Rob Kubica. But I'm very, very happy that he's made the comeback for 2019. And yeah, 15th place, £430,000. Now in 14th place is Kevin Magnussen, who races for the Haas team. In 2019, he is going to be earning £900,000, which is actually a £1 million decrease over what he earned in 2018. And just like his teammate Romain Grosjean, he had his contract extended by 1 year up until 2019. And we'll have to wait and see if he proves himself to the team to get another extension for 2020. But yeah, in 14th place, Kevin Magnussen. Now in 13th place is Lance Stroll, who moved to the Force India / Racing Point / Stroll Racing Point Force Racing. I don't even know what it's going to be called in 2019. Maybe they're just going to call it Racing Point, to be fair. But yeah, he's going to be earning £900,000 at his brand new team. Of course, owned by his dad, Lawrence Stroll, who led a consortium and bought the team. So very interesting how things will turn out there. Now in 2018, Lance earned 1.4 million. So he's taking a little bit of a decrease in 2019 at Racing Point. Now, once again, I couldn't find concrete evidence of his contract or how long it's going to be. I don't know if you guys can find it. I'm expecting it to be 1 year. However, the fact that his dad does own the team, I would not be surprised if he is one of the earliest to get a contract extension in 2019. Now in 12th place is Pierre Gasly from France, who will be earning £1.1 million after being jumped up to the full-time Red Bull seat after Daniel Ricciardo left to partner Max Verstappen. Now he is taking a big jump up in his pay. In 2018, while driving for the Toro Rosso team, he was earning £300,000. And yeah, so not too bad there. And also, I couldn't find, again, any clear information on his deal, but I expect it to be a single-year deal with Red Bull. Now in 11th place is Romain Grosjean, who is going to earn £1.4 million in 2019. Of course, racing for the Haas team, just like Kevin Magnussen, and he's also been given a 1-year extension on his contract last year. But he's definitely a little bit more under pressure after having a little bit of a poorer start to his 2018. The reason I think he's actually took also a big decrease in his pay. He actually got paid 3.4 million in 2018. So, you know, there's obviously big reasons for that. But I do think, obviously, he still earns more than his teammate. And I think one of the biggest reasons for that is basically he's been there since the start and has to reward loyalty. He's been there since 2016. And yeah, so Romain Grosjean in 11th place. Now in 10th place is Sergio Perez, who is going to earn £2.7 million in 2019. Now that is actually a decrease from what he earned in 2018, which was 3.8 million, although how much of that he got was, well, he probably got all of it, but if you remember, there was obviously money issues at Force India, and that was the entire point of the Lawrence Stroll consortium buying the team after it went into administration. Now, he did sign a single-year extended contract with Force India back in 2018, and obviously will race for only the 1 year with Racing Point in 2019, but I don't expect him to be kicked out or anything. He's a very good driver, and I'm presuming that he is going to get a contract extension in 2019 at some point. Now, in 9th place is the first of the big hitters, really, is Charles Leclerc. Now, he's going to earn £2.7 million in 2019, and that's actually a massive increase over what he had in his rookie season for Sauber Alfa Romeo, where he actually got paid £110,000. So, I'll save you the maths, guys. It is more than 24 times what he got paid at Sauber. So, very, very impressive. And what's really good is that he is on a very long-term deal. He's got a deal through to 2022 and even beyond, apparently. So, Ferrari are definitely going to give him time, and that is so good to see. Them investing in youth, and what's crazy is that of course he'll be at Ferrari for 4 years if he goes through that deal. So clearly Ferrari are happy to give him the time, and I'm happy that they're doing that because they're not just going to chuck him out. He is definitely a one for the future and could definitely spice things up in 2019. Now in 8th place is Carlos Sainz, who is going to earn £3 million in 2019 driving for McLaren. Now he, just like his teammate, is on a multi-year deal, so very good to see that from McLaren. They clearly trust their driver lineup and have trust in the drivers to perform very, very well. And that's why they're both on multi-year deals. And this is going to be their lineup for the next couple of years. So very good to see. I really like Carlos as well. He's actually took a big pay rise from 2018 where he earned £600,000 at Renault. Although it must be said that he was only really a lone driver by Red Bull. So perhaps he was still sort of on that sort of Toro Rosso money. I don't really know. But anyway, he actually earned a lot less than his teammate Nico Hülkenberg in 2018. But like I said, he is in 8th place on £3 million for 2019. And speaking of Nico Hulkenberg, he is in 7th place on £3.4 million. Now, once again, I couldn't find any solid information on his contract length, but it was believed actually in 2017 that he signed a multi-year deal. So, you know, if that ends in 2019 or does it go beyond that, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But he's actually taking a little bit of a pay cut actually from 4.2 million in 2018 to, like I said, 3.4, and also has a very, very big challenger in his brand new teammate with Daniel Ricciardo, who, as you'll find out, is earning a lot more. And no doubt, I actually think that perhaps why he's taking this little bit of a pay cut is for Daniel Ricciardo to be able to come in. So we'll have to wait and see how much he earns. But yeah, Nico Hulkenberg in 7th place. Now in 6th place is Kimi Räikkönen on £3.4 million as well, after joining the Sauber Alfa Romeo team for 2019. Now in Ferrari, he actually earned £30.3 million, so definitely a big step back, but obviously for Kimi, it's nothing to do with the money. And I'm very excited to see what he can do in that midfield, and he is on a 2-year deal with Sauber Alfa Romeo, which of course runs out in 2020, and we'll have to wait and see if he retires then. But yeah, in 6th place, Kimi Räikkönen on £3.4 million. Now we're into the top 5, and in 5th place is Valtteri Bottas for Mercedes. Now, we all know that he is on a 1-year contract and on a very, very thin tightrope, let's just say, but he's going to be earning £6.4 million in 2019, a decrease actually from 2018 where he earned 9.1. A driver that's definitely under pressure and it just has to deliver in 2019 for Mercedes to keep his place for the future. Now in 4th place is Max Verstappen, who is going to earn £10.2 million in 2019. Now, that's an increase over what he earned in 2018 with Red Bull, which was £7.6 million. And he's also on a multi-year deal with Red Bull, which he signed in 2017 up until 2020. And what's really interesting, and I can't confirm this 110%, but there was an article that I read that apparently he has an exit clause if Honda don't do very well. So interesting to see if that's true or not. I can't confirm that. But if they don't, could you see Max Verstappen leaving at the end of 2019? I don't really see that, but just something to throw in there for you guys. Now in 3rd place, and of course the man who made the shock move of the summer in 2018 is Daniel Ricciardo. He has gone, of course, to Renault and will earn £12.9 million in 2019 compared to £4.5 million in 2018. Now it must be said that he was actually on his old contract and was always going to get an increase for 2019, but he is, of course, made that big move to Renault and is on a 2-year deal up until 2020. Now in 2nd place is actually a man who was first in 2018, Sebastian Vettel. Now in 2019, he's going to earn £34 million with Ferrari compared to 45.8 in 2018. So crazy numbers by Sebastian. And his contract will run out at the end of 2020, just like Daniel Ricciardo's. And yeah, another man who has a very, very big season up ahead of him with a young teammate. And we'll have to wait and see what happens with Sebastian Vettel in the future, and especially with Ferrari as well. Will he stay? Will he go? Well, we're going to find out. Now, absolutely no prizes to anyone if they can guess who the number 1 driver is, because it is Lewis Hamilton. Now, he of course races for Mercedes and is going to earn £43.2 million in 2019. Now, in 2018, he earned £40 million and actually signed a deal with Mercedes, which became the most lucrative contract deal in Formula 1 history, a record that was previously held by Kimi Räikkönen when he signed for Ferrari in 2007. Now, when Lewis Hamilton signed that deal, he of course did it for a 3-year deal up until 2020, just like Sebastian and just like Daniel Ricciardo. So it will be very interesting to see what that driver market in 2020 is going to be like. I mean, what's going to happen? We just don't know. It's going to be crazy, I can tell you that. And we don't even know who's going to, if Lewis or Sebastian are going to stay or even go in and be in Formula 1 in 2021. So very, very big things coming up. But anyway, there you go. So the highest paid man in Formula 1 is now Lewis Hamilton. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. It's something a little bit different, and I just thought, why not? It's a very interesting sort of subject to delve into, contract and money and what drivers are earning and all that sort of stuff and how long they're staying in Formula 1 and what their futures are going to be like. And I think, it's very interesting to see, like, Charles Leclerc being paid nowhere near the amount that Sebastian Vettel is, despite being his teammate. And it's obviously Ferrari not giving too much to Leclerc and, perhaps not letting the money to get to his head. They're building him up slowly. And, just stuff like that. So I think it, pops up interesting questions and stuff like that. And don't forget to comment in the box below if you have any questions or anything like that or any opinions. That'd be great to hear. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And don't forget to like, subscribe as well. Like I said, hopefully we'll be able to get to 13,000 subscribers for Australia. That would be amazing. And I'd really appreciate your support.